Hey guys, Juju22 here, and welcome to Heat. This show is brought to you by MuchGames.ca, the Sovereign LPers, and Insomania Game. Now, last match was incredible, with Colette coming up the victor, even after taking a tremendous beating at the hands of the daughter of Mr. McMahon, Stephanie. This one is very, very personal, and it's between the great Khali and... well, they were formerly of the Assassins, and then they became the League of Nations, but then they broke that up, and now they're just simply Primo and Epico. But the great Khali has not forgotten about what happened to him during the days of the Assassins. And to catch you up to speed on what happened, the great Khali was the 24/7 champion coming into this season, and then Primo and Epico and one other person attacked him for that championship, which is technically legal. Nonetheless, though, the great Khali has been furious ever since, and he's waited a long time, but he's definitely asked for this match, and it's going to be a handicap match, 2-on-1, but with a twist, or not a twist, but rather with a caveat that it has to be in a tag format. So that means that for Primo and Epico, one man can be in the ring along with the great Khali. And the match will end either when the great Khali has been defeated, or if the great Khali can beat both Primo and Epico one at a time. And with that said, let's get started right now. And we're off, and we have the great Khali going right after Primo. And a leg sweep onto the great Khali. Now, again, like I said, Primo and Epico, they have to go by tag team rules. Well, the great Khali has to be in there the whole time. So, yeah, well, it may be a disadvantage in the sense of great Khali has to take on two men all at once, or how do I put this? He has to take on two men by himself, yes, but he can take them on one at a time. So at least he has a fighting chance of winning, does the great Khali. And if you're Primo and Epico, you gotta double team this man. Because if you don't, and he does things like that to you, if you allow the giant to divide and conquer for quite a while, then eventually he's going to overtake you, and then once it comes down to one-on-one, whoever's left with him is going to be in deep trouble. But if you can soften him up, even if you lose, even if Primo or Epico, if Primo or Epico get eliminated, at least the great Khali will be softened up for the other to take on. So that's part of the strategy for Primo and Epico. And if you're the great Khali, you've got to keep one of these guys in the ring. You cannot let them tag in and out and double team you, because if you allow them to, as they are doing right now, eventually you're gonna tire out. And I don't care how big and strong you are, if you get tired out and you lose and you run out of gas, it's over. So that's what the great Khali has to face, in addition to Primo and Epico. And now Epico going for that leg drop, and he hits it. And a nice spinning neck breaker onto the great Khali. And is that it? Kick out by the great Khali. Although one thing you don't want to do against the great Khali is try to match power with him, because that's not going to work. Although he was able to deliver a back suplex. I mean, I guess Epico must have had his Wheaties today. Little cheap plug for my good friend Rick XTN. Also runs his own wrestling organization, so if you want to watch his organization in addition to mine, go check him out at Rick XTN. Also call him Retro Rick, and very cool guy. Anyway, back to this match. Right now, the great Khali is starting to overtake him, so I mean, the great Khali, he asked for this matchup. He was confident in his abilities that he would knock out... Whoa! Nice counter move by Epico. Although, now he's going to tag out to Primo. And a nice spinning heel kick onto the Great Khali, and that busted him open. And a nice, slingshot splash onto the Great Khali. And now the Great Khali is in deep trouble now. As if 2-on-1 wasn't bad enough, now he's bleeding. And now he's on the floor. And Primo, I think he was going to try to tag out. And the Great Khali, well, he must have baited him or something. How do I put this? He suckered him in there. But any way you slice it, though, the Great Khali is in deep trouble. Now, more than ever, he's got to keep one of these guys in. And he's going to choke him out as well. But he's got to keep one of these guys in and finish the job and then finish off the other person. Although that's not going to happen if they keep tagging in and out. And then a flying forearm a la Tito Santana. Oh. And a nice ankle lock onto Epico. That'll definitely slow him down. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, the Great Khali, he demanded this match out of anger. And he may be paying for it right now, but he's definitely putting the hurt on Epico. Although Epico, yeah, he may be small, but right now Epico is looking in very good shape. Oh, nice shoulder tackle onto Epico. Oh, but Epico fighting back. A back elbow onto the Great Khali. And oh, huge backbreaker onto Epico. I don't care how small or how big you are. Anytime someone delivers a backbreaker, that'll definitely take a lot of starch out of you. Oh, and then a knee right to the head with that big kneecap. I'm surprised, oh, wait a minute. He's now going for a butterfly stretch onto Epico. Epico's going to have to find a way to get out of this, otherwise it's over for him. And wow! Epico just verbally submitted, and now it is now a one-on-one match between him and Primo. Although Primo, he missed it, but he must have gotten a little bit of the Great Khali. But now the Great Khali, we're down to the Great Khali and Primo. Now Primo is definitely in good shape by virtue of not bleeding, but still, the Great Khali has momentum. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. A back elbow on the Primo. So now we're down to a one-on-one match. So right now Primo has the advantage, but he's got to take advantage of it. Although not if he gets killed like that in the ring by the Great Khali. And then a whip into the corner. And now Primo, what's he doing? Goes off the ropes. Nice move on the Great Khali. And now Primo, nice body splash from off the slingshot. Nice snapmare. Oh, and then a drop kick onto the face of the Great Khali. And now goes for the cover. One. No, kick out by the Great Khali. And a head scissors takedown onto the Great Khali. And uh-oh, Great Khali's in trouble. And a backstabber onto the Great Khali. But is this it? 1, 2, 3, and it's over. So the loss of blood followed by that backbreaker was too much for him, as Primo manages to win it for himself as well as his team. So Primo is the winner. So while Epico submitted at the hands of the Great Khali, Primo finished the job. So they got the job done. But folks, we have we have 3 championship matches, and you're going to know about each and every one of them, starting with the next one. But congratulations to Primo on behalf of his team, as well as actually he and Epico, they're cousins. So Primo, he wins it for him. And the great Khali, he wanted revenge, and he didn't quite get all of it though. But nonetheless, though, Primo finishes it, and you'll see what the next match is in just a moment. Stay tuned.